I went through a whole huge thing about all the nemesis and all the rivals and whatever. And I was really hoping that I would come here tonight and I would tell you the story about my terrible, terrible ex-husband and how I no longer have to pay him child support and I can afford a lawyer, and that didn't work out, so I'm not telling you that story. First off, one thing I would like to say is that like 4 nights ago, I had this dream that I got on stage. I got on stage to tell all of you all a story, and suddenly I was like, ooh, I think I'm going to have a baby. I went behind this partition, and I very quietly and very efficiently gave birth to a beautiful child. And when I brought her back out, she was adorable, and she had pigtails and a cute little pink sweater. And I stood her here, and she looked at me and she said, "You may tell your story now." So excuse me. No, I'm just kidding. So instead, I think I'm just going to tell you a totally different story that's kind of a faster one. I'm copping out here. When I first came to Columbus, I was 19 years old, and I got a job at CompuCard, which I don't know if they even, I think it's Trilegent or Trilegent or some stupid shit like that. It's like a, CompuCard was such like a dystopian Margaret Atwood kind of like, this is what you do for a living now. And that was my job. And what I did was I sat on the phone with a headset and I explained to people, they would give me model numbers and I would read the description and I'd be like, this is for an iron faucet and it's chrome and the water comes out of it. And then they'd give me another model number and I'd be like, this is also a faucet that is chrome and the water comes out of it. And I was required to read the entire description for everything that they gave me the model number for. So it's a fantastically boring job, but I pretended I was an actress. That's how I got through my day, and it was the most mind-numbing and totally terrible job I've ever had. But I thought I was a bigwig. This isn't embarrassing, I'll tell you this. I came from Detroit, where I had 3 jobs, and none of them paid me more than $5 an hour. So when I came here and I interviewed for a position, they were like, how much do you expect to make for this position? I was like, $5.50. And they were like, you're hired. And I was like, yeah! And I didn't know everyone else started at 7. What an asshole. Oh, God. Oh. Never even made it up to 7, even though I worked there for a year. But, so one day these girls came in, they had a Girl Scout troop, and they said, we're going to have these Girl Scouts come and sit with you. And I was never in the Girl Scouts. And then also I'll back up a little bit and tell you, little girls are bitches. I don't know if y'all know. They're mean, and they're mean at a level that you just can't even know until you're a little girl, and you really have no recourse but to talk to another little girl. And so these like little girls come in and they pair 2 of them with me, and they jack into my phone with their little headset so they can listen to my really riveting conversations. And one of them is just an adorable little 12-year-old. She's kind of pudgy, and she's got wide eyes, and she doesn't wear any makeup, and she kind of is a little bit on the dorky side, and I just kind of want to give her a hug. And her socks are like, one's higher than the other, and the other girl is, you can tell she's going to grow up to just be an absolute bitch. And this is the time when I was incredibly mean to a little girl, and I'm still proud of this moment. So we're sitting there, and one of the things that we would do is we would give out this catalog every month, and you could see what the specials were, like what they were trying to move. And so I'm waiting for a phone call, and there's nothing to do. So these girls are looking through these magazines, and we're just kind of flipping through. The really bitchy girl is flipping through her catalog, and she's like tossing her hair, and I can tell by the way she's sitting that she's just a giant bitch. And so she flips through her catalog, and she points to a vacuum cleaner, and she goes, my mom's got like 7 of those. And the other little girl's like, and I just looked at her and I went, oh, is your mom a janitor? So this girl gets really huffy, and I high-fived the chubby one. And I just have to say that girl, the chubby, dorky one, adorable. She'd probably be like 25 or 26 now, so hook me up. If you find this girl or you know her, I owe her a beer. It's great. So, thanks.